In my hand, I've got the brand new Vice Golf wedges. You've seen me review the irons before and I was impressed. I've also got the putter to review, they'll be coming soon. But in this review, we're going to test out the 50, the 56 and the 60 of the brand new wedges from Vice Golf. So Vice have had a really interesting story so far, gained huge popularity in the golf ball market, producing quality golf balls at a fraction of the price, direct to consumers. They've now started to branch out into many more different products, and this being one of them, the new wedges. And I must admit, Vice have this ability of making something fairly simple look very cool and aspirational. And these aren't any different. There's a few little quirky bits which I'll come into in a minute. These are called the VGW01. So Vice Golf Wedge, first edition. And they look sleek. Like, I really do like the finish. I think they look really good. They are forged and milled club face for better feedback, and also the grooves go from the hosel all the way around towards the toe. We've got full face grooves and apparently an optimized bounce angle to eliminate as much as possible fat and thin shots. We'll be the judge of that, right? I've got, like I said, I've got a 50 degree, 56 and a 60. Now price wise, it's interesting. Again, Vice are known for this kind of lesser price point, certainly in the golf ball market. These are, they're not cheap, but they're definitely cheaper than some of the real top brands, like a Vokey wedge or like a new Callaway Opus wedge, where they're now pushing £200 a wedge. These are £140. Still pricey in my opinion, but when you compare them to other brands, they are a little bit cheaper. 5 different colour options. Again, very Vice of them. You've got this kind of electric green, this lime green. Not only can you get the detailing at the back, you can get the number change, you can get the ferrule in bright green, you can get the grip in green, got the whole hog. They've also got black, white, yellow, red and blue. So there's the red grip, the white ferrule, the white detailing. Anyway, enough of the spiel, let's get hitting. 120 yard shots with the gap wedge. Again, I've taken these clubs out on the course. I'll give some feedback of that in a minute. Let's hit some nice full shots and collect some data. Looks wise behind the ball, a nice head shape. I've never truly been the biggest fan of full grooves. Maybe on a 60 degree I could live with, but a full grooved face 50 degree wedge I don't love it. I don't love it. It's don't know, it feels like I can't quite pinpoint the sweet spot almost. It feels like the sweet spot feels to me like it's more towards the toe. And that's why with the 60 degree, and I'll show that in a minute, when you open up the 60 degree and have full face, you feel like you can slide the toe underneath the club. Well, I don't want to do that with a 50 degree wedge. Solid strike. As much as I said I didn't know where the middle was, that was absolutely in the middle. Okay, let's hit some shots, that felt good. Really solid. They feel good off the face. They actually feel quite soft, like a lot of wedges these days have kind of gone away from a soft feeling wedge. Because these are forged and milled, you are going to get that little bit of a softer feel off the face, which I do appreciate. I like having a softer wedge feel off the face. Be interesting to look at the spin numbers in a minute, but they feel really nice. Let's go a couple more. Solid. Go in. Get up. Oh, not bad. Come on, this one has to get closer. If it's getting closer, it's going in. That could be in the hole. Come on, wind. Yeah, pretty good. Pin high. Very nice. Feel very, very soft. It feels soft off the face. I like it. Again, I'm not convinced about this full face groove, certainly on the 50 degree, but I do like the feel. 10 degree bounce on that 50 as well, just so making you aware. Moving over to the 56, and before we hit some full shots with this, I took them out on the golf course and hit some shots around the green, hit some bunker shots, and I think my feedback was the head, oddly enough. I don't know whether it's this full face grooves, it looks quite small. Like the actual head shape itself is a little bit smaller. And then when you start to open the face up a little bit more, it even looks smaller. I think they'll be probably more suited to better players. I think a higher handicapper might find that these are harder to hit, certainly off-centered hits. I think the mix between the full face thickness, the full face grooves and the smaller head would make it really hard to pinpoint the accurate spot in the middle of the club face. Feel around the greens though, great. Like, I do really like chipping around the greens with them. Hit some shots out the rough, they stop quickly. I love that kind of bounce interaction with the 56 degrees, 13 degrees of bounce. I didn't hit many fat, I didn't hit many thin, which for me is a huge achievement. Let's hit some fill 56s and let's have a look at some numbers. Call me boring, but probably this is my favorite colorway. I like the black grip, the black ferrule. It's what I'm used to. This kind of black detailing just across the back there. I think if I was to play with these, this would be the combination I'd go for, but I know everyone's different. I know a lot of people out there would use more colourful options. Right, full shots with the 56. Didn't catch it. A little bit from the toe. Just found the front of the green though. Again, it goes back, listen, I can hit a toe shot with any club, but it goes back to the idea with the full face grooves and then it actually being quite a small head. Or I don't know if it's, or is it the other way around? Is it the fact that the grooves go out to toe makes the head seem smaller from like kind of heel to toe? They just look quite petite in head shape. I think it's the full grooves, to be honest. Nice strike. Spin. Nice. Come on, got a hole one. 3 more shots to hole one. A bit of touch. Yeah, a little bit long just for that pull. Spin. Right down the flag. Feel good, just as good as the 50-degree wedge. We'll have a look at the numbers in a minute. Let's move on to the 60 next, but I'm not going to hit full shots. I'm going to play a little bit more delicate. Okay, 60-degree wedge, just in this kind of lime green colourway. You've got the grip, the ferrule, even, I've just noticed, even the shaft band. You can have that personalised. So here, this is in that kind of greeny yellow, where it says Vice Golf, True Temper shaft band as well. The one thing, and I'm sure it's mainly this colourway, do you know when you have like a sparkler when you're at the firework display and you're whizzing the sparkler around, it almost leaves a trail, like you can almost write your name and leave a trail. This green ferrule does the same. Like when I'm swinging it, even just here, I feel like I can see it. It's the thing that's distracting my view the most. I would never have it in this colourway, so it's not an option for me, but I know people out there more adventurous than me would have it in this colour, so it's something to know. Right, I've just put the flag there at 50 yards. I'm going to open the face a little bit. Again, this is where I definitely see the benefit of those fuller grooves across the face. Let's hit some little fizzy spinners in there. He says with so much confidence. It's nice, really nice. Perfect for distance. Spin. Oof, stopping on the dime. Spin hard and go in. Spin. Oh, absolutely down the neck of it again. Come on. I just want this one hop, short of the flag, and spinning, and just kind of checking. That's it. There she is. Boom, boom. Oh. Yes, please. Just what the doctor ordered. Right, let's have a look at some numbers. Numbers-wise, impressive. The 50-degree wedge, you know, I was hitting that at 120, average carry distance of 118. Spin rate was 10,020 on average, which is high. for a gap wedge. You're going to get that spin, you're going to get that ball stopping definitely. 56 degree, average carry 102. It's actually spinning over 11,000 RPM, again very solid. That kind of is in line with your TaylorMade wedges, your Callaways, your Vokeys, when I've tested wedges anyway. And then the little nippy spinners at 50 yards, I was impressed with them. Hope you guys were too. Average carry distance 50 yards, which I was happy with. 8,500 spin, those kind of little nippy ones. I think they feel good. I think from the back they look fantastic. I'm not the biggest fan of the full face grooves, certainly not on the 50 and the 56. I can tolerate it on the 60 it just makes the heads look too small. I can appreciate the colour options as much as I probably would never dive into that. I can appreciate them, but like I say, just know some of these more colourful ones definitely detract your eye a little bit, kind of take your eye away from it. Good, solid. If this is the first version, I'm impressed, because they'll only keep getting better from here. Irons I've been impressed with, wedges I've been impressed with, putters are going to be coming up next. Stay tuned to the channel for that. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time here on the H.I.T channel.